book title, Play the Card: How to Win Even When Life Feels Unfair, written by Iyabo Bello. Narrated by Julie. Author's note from Iyabo. I'm Iyabo and welcome to Play the Card: How to Win Even When Life Feels Unfair. This book was born out of a quiet, deeply personal moment of reflection. On Sunday, October 10th, 2024, at exactly 17:11, I was at home watching Acrimony by Tyler Perry. What began as a casual movie night quickly became a mirror, reflecting parts of my own story, my past sacrifices, and the emotional battles we often fight silently. The film explored love, hope, betrayal, patience, and the pain of feeling unseen, and it stirred something in me. I saw how easily we can give our all and still feel like we're losing. I thought about the moments we feel close to breakthrough, only to be pulled back to the starting line. I reflected on how powerful yet dangerous emotion can be when it goes unchecked. That moment inspired me to write. This book isn't just about a film, it's about life, the cards it deals us, the people who challenge or shape us, and the inner strength it takes to keep showing up, especially when the odds seem unfair. Through stories, lessons, and honest reflection, I hope to share what I've learned along the way about resilience, timing, wisdom, and faith. Whether you're reading this in silence, journaling after a long day, or listening to the audiobook, on your way somewhere meaningful, this is for you. I hope it reminds you that no matter what you've faced, you still have a hand to play, and you can play it well. Thank you for joining me on this journey. With heart, Iyabo. Table of contents: introductions, setting the stage, life's game, and the cards were dealt. Why this book matters to you. Chapter 1: The Hand You Were Dealt, Understanding Life's Unexpected Challenges. Chapter 2: The Power of Choices, How Your Decisions Shape Your Journey. Chapter 3: Emotional Intelligence in Life's Game, Mastering Your Emotions for Better Outcomes. Chapter 4: Building a Support System, Surrounding Yourself with the Right People. Chapter 5: Patience and Persistence, The Silent Architects of Success. Chapter 6: Reclaiming Your Narrative, Taking Control of Your Life Story. Chapter 7: Embracing Change, How to Grow When Life Shifts. Chapter 8: Building Resilience, Transforming Setbacks into Strength. Chapter 9: The Art of Rising, The Power of Getting Back Up. Chapter 10: Your Next Move, Playing Your Card with Confidence. Conclusion: Your life, your cards, your game. Reading Guide, Maximize Your Learning and Growth. Journaling prompts: Reflect and act for lasting change. Motivational quotes, inspiration to keep you going. Introduction: Life doesn't always deal us a fair hand. Sometimes it hands us broken dreams, betrayal, missed timing, or paths so foggy we can't tell the beginning from the end. But what if it's not about the hand you're dealt, but how you play it? This book was born out of a quiet Sunday evening and a loud movie called Acrimony by Tyler Perry. The storyline gripped my spirit. It forced me to question the way we love, wait, believe, and what happens when life breaks the rules. This is more than a book. It's a journey, a conversation with the raw, bruised, and brilliant parts of your soul. A playbook on resilience, timing, emotions, relationships, and calling. Welcome to Playing the Card in Life. Chapter 1: The Hand You Were Dealt, Life Lesson. Love is not blind, it sees. It waits, but it also chooses. In Acrimony, the protagonist gives everything for love. She sacrifices, waits, bleeds for a dream that isn't hers, until she loses herself in it. Reflection: Have you ever poured so much into someone else's dream that you forgot your own? Action. Take inventory of where your loyalty lies. Is it costing you your purpose? Intelligence. Loyalty without alignment leads to silent resentment. Choose partnerships that don't just need you, but see you. Love can be one of the most powerful forces on earth, but it can also be one of the most misleading. The idea that love must hurt, that sacrifice is a sign of depth, and that waiting validates worth is deeply flawed. Many of us grew up watching people, especially women, give everything in relationships and receive emotional crumbs in return. This is not loyalty. This is emotional debt. Expanded reflection. Ask yourself, is this love reciprocal or is it extractive? Am I building something with someone or just building someone while I stand still? In every card game, you must know when to hold, when to fold, and when to walk away. Life and love are no different. Sometimes, the greatest strength isn't in staying, it's in leaving with your soul intact. Sometimes your loyalty is to a dream of someone, not the reality of them. It's to the version you hoped they'd become, not who they are today. And that kind of loyalty will break you quietly over time. Life practice. Set new boundaries for what love looks like in your life. Define it not just by emotion, but by evidence, consistency, respect, support, and growth. The cards of love and loyalty are not just about romance, they're about your loyalty to yourself. The more you abandon yourself for others, the more you lose the game before it starts. Your worth is not in how much pain you can tolerate for someone else's promise. Your value is not tied to your suffering. You are not here to carry someone's potential while burying your own. You are not just a lover. You are a player in this game called life. Play with clarity. Play with strength. Play with love, the kind that includes you. Chapter 2. The Power of Choices. Life Lesson. The right thing at the wrong time is still the wrong thing. Timing is not just a concept. It is a character in your life story. It opens doors you're not ready to walk through and closes ones you prayed would stay open. There's nothing more heartbreaking than almost making it. Have you ever felt close and still far? Like you're touching the edge of your breakthrough, only to feel it slip through your fingers at the last moment. In Acrimony, the woman waited. She gave time, tears, and trust. But when she snapped, it was at the very moment when everything was finally turning in their favor. Emotion overtook timing. Pain eclipsed purpose. Anger rewrote the ending. Reflection. Has your reaction ever cost you the reward? Have you walked away too soon because your emotions couldn't bear the weight? Action. Identify an area in your life where frustration is louder than faith. Commit to pausing before reacting. Write what you will do differently next time emotions rise. Intelligence. Emotional intelligence doesn't mean suppressing what you feel. It means feeling deeply and responding wisely. Timing is often the bridge between intention and outcome. Don't let a moment of emotion destroy years of faith. We often say, if only I waited a little longer. But hindsight isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. What looks like delay is sometimes divine development. What looks like a closed door is often life rerouting you to something better. But make no mistake, being patient doesn't mean being passive. Patience is active. It means showing up with your whole heart, even when the results aren't immediate. It means planting seeds, even when you don't see growth yet. Expanded reflection. Where have you mistaken silence for absence? Delay for denial. And what might you learn if you dared to stay still a little longer? You may feel stuck, but you are being positioned. You may feel ignored, but you are being refined. You may feel tired, but you are being strengthened. Life practice. Write a letter to your future self, the one who didn't quit. Describe how proud you are of them for staying when it was hard. Keep it. Read it when you feel like giving up again. Final truth of Chapter 2. The right dream, the right person, the right purpose. It all requires right timing. And if you rush it, you may lose what was always meant for you. Patience is not a punishment. It's preparation. And when the time comes, you'll realize it was never too late. Chapter 3. Emotional intelligence in life's game. Every dream has a price tag. Sometimes it's time, sometimes it's tears, and often it's trust. The moment we decide to go after something bigger than ourselves, we are also deciding to endure a process that's often lonelier than we anticipated. Robert's promise to Melinda wasn't just about a yacht or riches, it was a symbol. It was what he owed her for believing in him when no one else did, and he paid it but to someone else. That was the wound that never closed for Melinda. But here's what we often forget. The promise is not a possession. People don't owe us their success. We have to separate our support from our expectations. Yes, your investment matters. Yes, your sacrifice should be honored. But sometimes life rewards people in unexpected ways, and that doesn't make you less. Melinda paid the price for a dream she didn't get to live, and so do many of us. But what if the lesson was the real reward? What if the strength you built while holding on, the wisdom you gained while waiting, the character you developed through tears was more valuable than the promise itself? Life is layered. The journey isn't always fair, but it's always forming. Reflection. Have you ever felt that someone else is living the life you built with your pain? Do you attach your worth to whether your sacrifices are acknowledged? Can you honor your own journey even if the outcome wasn't what you imagined? Life lesson. Sometimes the most painful endings produce the most powerful versions of ourselves. The pain doesn't disqualify you, it defines your capacity. Action step. Think of a promise you made to yourself that you've forgotten. Recommit to it today. It's not too late. You're not too old, and your story isn't over. Chapter 4. Building a support system. There's a moment in every journey when it starts to feel like you've been here before, like you've fought this battle before, lost this way before, reached the edge of breakthrough before, only to be pulled back into the same place. Again, it's in these moments we start to question them. In a circle or a cycle? A circle is when we're repeating steps with purpose. Think of dancers rehearsing a performance, going over the same moves until they're perfect. But a cycle is different. A cycle keeps you trapped. You're not growing, you're just going in loops. It's the toxic job you won't leave, the relationship you keep fixing but never healing, the dreams you keep putting off until tomorrow. Melinda was stuck in a cycle. She repeated the same pattern of sacrifice and silence, of support and suffocation. She didn't ask for more. She didn't draw new boundaries. She didn't see that staying loyal to a dead season can bury your future. But breaking a cycle is hard. It requires you to stop, reflect, and act. It asks you to risk the unknown for the sake of your growth. Reflection. Are you moving forward in life, or just spinning? What patterns keep repeating for you emotionally, financially, relationally? What would happen if you broke the pattern today? Life lesson. Patterns don't break themselves. You must be brave enough to stop dancing in the dark and start walking toward the light. Action step. Identify one recurring pattern in your life that is holding you back. Write it down. Under it, write 3 things you will do this week to disrupt that pattern. Chapter 5. Patience and Persistence. Sometimes in life, you finally reach what you've been praying for, and it doesn't feel like you thought it would. You win, but you don't feel victorious. You cross the finish line, but the celebration feels hollow. That's because not all wins are fulfilling, especially if you've lost yourself along the way. Robert got the deal. His invention succeeded. He had the yacht, the money, the spotlight. But it came at a cost, the woman who believed in him when no one else did. And while the world applauded, part of him must have known the price was steep. And Melinda, watching from a distance, couldn't accept that someone else was living what she believed she helped build. This is the complexity of life's scoreboard. Success is not always satisfying, and pain is not always punishment. How often do we chase dreams with the belief that once we arrive, everything will make sense? We ignore red flags, silence our bodies, dismiss our mental health, and sever relationships all in the name of someday. But someday isn't always what we expect. We must redefine what winning means. If you arrive at your dream bitter, broken, or empty, was it really worth it? Reflection. Are you pursuing a win that might cost you more than it's worth? Is your definition of success aligned with your peace? Have you mistaken applause for fulfillment? Life lesson. Winning isn't about what you have in your hands. It's about who you've become while getting there. Success is only true when it doesn't betray your soul. Action step. Take 15 minutes to write your own definition of success. Not society's, not your family's. Yours. Include how you want to feel, who you want to become, and what peace looks like to you. Chapter 6. Reclaiming your narrative in The Story of Acrimony. Melinda's tragedy was not just the loss of love or the betrayal she felt. It was impatience. She gave up too soon, letting anger and hurt drive her decisions. Robert, on the other hand, endured countless rejections and setbacks with his invention. Both missed the balance between patience and persistence. Life rarely rewards the impatient. The path to success, love, or peace is often a marathon, not a sprint. Yet, in our fast-paced world, patience feels like a weakness. Waiting can feel like losing. But there's incredible power in persistence combined with patience. Persistence without patience leads to burnout and bitterness. Patience without persistence leads to stagnation and missed opportunities. Together, they create a steady force that propels us forward even when the odds feel stacked against us. Reflection: how patient are you when things don't go your way? Are you persistent in your efforts without losing hope? When was the last time you gave up just before a breakthrough? Life lesson: greatness is often on the other side of the hardest wait. The universe tests our commitment through delays, not to punish us, but to prepare us. Action step: create a patience and persistence plan. Write down one major goal, the obstacles you face, and 3 small actions you will commit to every day or week to keep moving forward, no matter what. Chapter 7. Embracing change. One of the most powerful lessons from acrimony and from life itself is this: no matter what hand you've been dealt or how the story unfolds, you have the power to reclaim your narrative. Melinda's story felt tragic because she lost control of her ending. She became a victim of circumstances, emotions, and other people's choices. But your story doesn't have to follow the same script. Reclaiming your narrative means stepping out of the role of a bystander in your own life and becoming the author, the one who chooses what happens next. It means acknowledging the past without letting it dictate your future. It means healing, learning, and growing from your experiences, not being defined by them. When life has taken much from you, it's easy to feel powerless. But the truth is, the greatest power lies in how you respond, how you adapt, and how you decide to move forward. Reflection: what parts of your story do you feel you've been letting others write? How can you take back control of your narrative? Starting today, what would your ideal ending look like if you wrote it yourself? Life lesson: your past is a chapter, not the whole book. You are the author of your life story. And it's never too late to start a new chapter. Action step: write a letter to your future self, describing the life you want to create. Be bold, be honest. Keep it somewhere safe and revisit it whenever you feel lost or defeated. Chapter 8. Building resilience. Change is the heartbeat of life. It's the one constant we can always count on, yet it's often the hardest thing to accept. In Acrimony, Melinda's life was shattered by change she neither anticipated nor controlled. The relationship she invested in dissolved, and the future she imagined slipped away. But what if, instead of resisting change, she had leaned into it? Embracing change requires courage, the courage to let go of what no longer serves us, to step into the unknown, and to trust that something better awaits on the other side. Many of us fear change because it threatens our comfort zones and familiar narratives. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when we evolve, adapt, and rise despite uncertainty. Reflection: what changes in your life have you resisted, and why? How might embracing change open doors to new possibilities? When was a time you grew the most after a difficult change? Life lesson: resistance to change is resistance to growth. When you lean into change, you reclaim your power and invite transformation. Action step: identify one area in your life where you feel stuck. What small step can you take today to embrace change in that area? Commit to that step and reflect on how it feels after 1 week. Chapter 9. The art of rising. Life has a way of testing us. Just when we feel we've climbed out of the pit, something else pulls us back down. This cycle can make us feel exhausted, defeated, and ready to give up. But resilience, the ability to rise after a fall, what separates those who succeed from those who quit. In Acrimony, both Melinda and Robert faced crushing setbacks. Melinda's pain pushed her to the edge, while Robert's persistence drove him to prove the doubters wrong. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about the strength to get up each time. Building resilience is like training a muscle. It takes intentional practice, self-compassion, and a clear vision of your why. Your why is the purpose, or dream that keeps you moving forward when everything feels heavy. Reflection: what setbacks have tested your resilience? How did you respond the last time life knocked you down? What is your why that fuels your persistence? Life lesson: falling is inevitable. Staying down is optional. Resilience transforms wounds into wisdom and pain into power. Action step: create a resilience toolkit. List 3 things you can do to uplift yourself when you feel defeated. This could be calling a trusted friend, journaling, or revisiting past wins. Keep this toolkit handy for tough days. Chapter 10. Your next move. By now, you've learned that life deals cards we don't always expect. Heartbreak, setbacks, confusion, and change. But the real game isn't about the hand you get. It's about how you play your cards. You have within you the power to choose your attitude, your actions, and your story. Whether you're at the bottom feeling stuck or close to your breakthrough, remember, every move counts. It's time to stop waiting for the right moment or the perfect plan. The right moment is now. The perfect plan is what you create through persistence, patience, and courage. You've got the lessons, the tools, and the insight. Now it's time to make your next move boldly, wisely, and with heart. Reflection. What card are you holding right now in your life? How will you play it differently starting today? Who can you reach out to for support on this next step? Life lesson. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Your next move can change everything. Action. Step. Write down your immediate next move. No matter how small, that will bring you closer to your goal or peace. Commit to doing it within 24 hours. Then share your plan with someone who will hold you accountable. Bonus chapter. Play your card with courage life lesson. The deck may be stacked, but the game isn't over. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. You haven't missed your moment. You're still in the game. Reflection. What would your life look like if you played to win, not just to survive? Action. Set a bold goal. Not one that feels safe, but one that ignites you. Intelligence. The most powerful card you have is you. Show up, show out, and play like your life depends on it, because it does. Afterward, you are the card every time life takes. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Every heartbreak, every delay, every tear, it's shaping the version of you who knows how to build, lead, and love with depth. You are the card. You are the player. You are the game-changer. Now play. Conclusion. Your life, your cards, your game life doesn't promise a smooth road or a perfect hand. It offers challenges, heartbreak, uncertainty, and moments where giving up feels like the easiest choice. But within every challenge lies a hidden opportunity, the chance to learn, to grow, and to rewrite your story. You have the power to decide how to play your cards, to choose patience over anger, persistence over despair, courage over fear, to embrace change rather than resist it, to rise again each time life knocks you down. Remember, you are not defined by the cards you are dealt, but by the way you play them. Your journey will have twists and turns, setbacks and triumphs. There will be times when you feel close to victory, and others when you feel far from it. Through it all, keep your eyes on your purpose, your heart open to growth, and your spirit ready to fight for your dreams. This book is more than words on a page. It's a call to action, to own your story, to be the author of your life's narrative, to play your card boldly, with wisdom and faith. Now, go out there. Play your card well. The game is yours to win. Reading guide. How to get the most from this audiobook. Listen actively. Find a quiet place where you can fully focus on the message. Use headphones if possible. Pause and reflect. After each chapter, take a moment to pause the audiobook. Reflect on the questions and ideas presented. Use a notebook or voice memo. Keep a journal or voice recorder handy to capture your thoughts, reflections, and action steps as you listen. Repeat key sections. Don't hesitate to rewind and listen again to parts that resonate or challenge you. Apply what you learn. Try the suggested actions as soon as you can. Real growth happens through doing. Share your journey. Talk about what you're learning with friends, mentors, or a community. Speaking your insights aloud reinforces them. Journaling and reflection prompts audiobook version after each chapter. I will guide you through some reflection questions. Take a moment to pause and think about them, or say your answers aloud. You can also record your thoughts on your phone or write them down. Chapter 1. The hand you were dealt. What challenges have shaped your life story so far? How have you responded? to those challenges? What is one thing you want to change about how you approach difficulties? Chapter 2. The Power of Choices. Reflect on a recent important decision. What guided your choice? How do you balance emotion and logic when making decisions? What choice today could bring you closer to your goals? Chapter 3. Emotional Intelligence in Life's Game. How well do you understand your emotions? When was a time your emotions helped you make a wise decision? When did they hold you back? What can you do to improve emotional awareness in your daily life? Chapter 4. Building a support system. Who are the people you trust to support your journey? How can you strengthen your relationships with these people? What qualities do you want to cultivate in your support system? Chapter 5. Patience and persistence. When have you felt impatient? And how did it affect your progress? What motivates you to keep going during tough times? What daily habits can you build to increase your patience and persistence? Chapter 6. Reclaiming your narrative. What parts of your life story do you want to rewrite? How can you take control of your story starting now? Write a letter to your future self. What do you want to remind yourself? Chapter 7. Embracing change. What changes are you resisting in your life? Why? How might accepting change help you grow? What is one small step you can take toward embracing change today? Chapter 8. Building resilience. What's one setback you overcame? And what did you learn from it? How do you cope with disappointment? What tools can you create to help you bounce back stronger? Chapter 9. The Art of Rising. When did you last face a challenge and rise above it? What does resilience mean to you personally? Who or what inspires you to keep getting up? Chapter 10. Your next move. What's the next step you're ready to take in your life journey? Who can support you as you make this move? How will you hold yourself accountable? Motivational quotes audiobook style. Throughout this audiobook, I'll share powerful quotes to inspire you. Feel free to replay any that speak to your heart. It's not the cards you're dealt, but how you play them that defines your life. Patience and persistence are the silent architects of success. Your past is a chapter, not the entire story. You hold the pen to your future. Change is the invitation to evolve. Answer it with courage. Resilience is the bridge between falling and rising. The hardest battles often lead to the greatest victories. When life feels like a circle, remember it's also a spiral. You're growing even when it feels repetitive. The power to rewrite your narrative is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's taking the next step despite it. Your next move can change everything. Play your card with confidence. Bonus tip for audiobook listeners. Consider pairing your listening with a physical or digital journal where you can capture your insights and track your progress. This will deepen your connection with the material and help turn listening into lasting change.